when we went through the MBTI training, we actually used Patrick Kerwin, was helping us develop the team, and just some of the things that we do, and this is from our organization. I mean, we sort of live and breathe this more than other organizations probably, or certainly as much as some of the organizations that are our customers. So we went back through and we all did our MBTI, we all did step 2, but he ended up taking us back to just looking at 4-letter type and the differences in the 4-letter type. And even doing that from an organization that like ourselves that have been so steeped in it, we all had things that we walked away with, okay, we've got to do some things differently. And one of them was, one of the folks on our team, our chief legal officer, has a preference for introversion. And one of the things that would happen is we would be going through our meetings, and he and one other person have a preference for introversion. The rest of the team is extroverted, and so we tend to have there's a lot of voice going on in the meeting. I won't say hot air, but there's a lot of voice going on. But what would happen is we would get toward the end of the meeting, and Thad would speak up, and he would be like, well, I think, da, 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 and it would be very different than the discussion up to that point. And we would find a bit of frustration in that, like, okay, like, why couldn't you have done that like 10 minutes ago, well, before we got into this whole conversation? But we realized, and that's one of the things that Patrick called out and said, but you have to realize that is an introverted preference. Thad is going to have to think about what he wants to say. And the other thing that Thad raised for us is that he said, and sometimes I don't think of it in the meeting. Sometimes I need time to go away. Sometimes I need processing time just to kind of get all of what has been laid out and say, okay, how would I respond to this? What is the essence of what's being discussed here? And it was really helpful for us. And one of the things that we came up with as an action plan was that at the end of each discussion that we had, we would then pause for 10 seconds and say, okay, Thad, did you have anything you'd like to add? And that would give him a little bit of breathing room, and it would be perfectly fine for Thad to say, actually not right now, I need some time to go away and think about this, but I'll get back to you on that. So even for ourselves, we're still learning and using the insights that the tool provides for us.